It's already been a busy week at the Iowa State House. Yesterday, lawmakers pushing through a number of bills. Now, one of those impacts a list police officers might find themselves on after alleged misconduct. Local 5's Mary Sugden joins us live from the State House, explaining what this bill will change. Mary.
Yeah, Samantha, Brady-Giglio lists are typically maintained by lawyers within a state's attorney or district attorney's office. Now, the officers on it have incidents of misconduct or complaints that might pull their credibility into question in a court case. The lawmakers who push for this legislation say that Iowa's system was inconsistent and confusing and needed an upgrade.
So I like to call it sort of the Brady-Giglio Wild Wild West.
Republican Representative Stephen Holt says the current system of Brady-Giglio lists in Iowa is outdated, confusing, and mismanaged.
There was no rules in terms of what would place a person on the list. Some lists were being kept in county attorneys' heads. Some lists were being kept on computers.
These lists are typically maintained by district or state's attorneys' offices and keep a record of officers with alleged misconduct. But Holt says not only was there no consistent criteria for what placed an officer on the list or where it was maintained, officers weren't given a heads up if they were placed on it.
I was not even aware that there was such a thing as a Brady-Giglio list.
Travis Hamilton is a former officer who says he had no clue he was on a Brady-Giglio list until asked by a reporter about it. He believes his name was added following a complaint filed against him while working for Boone Police.
His interpretation of it was that I had ordered this young male to empty his pockets. And in my side of the story is that I asked him to empty his pockets.
Hamilton maintains his conduct during the interaction was by the book, adding he was frustrated to not be given the chance to make his case before his name was placed on the list.
The explanation of that is that any attorney could put anybody on it that they wanted for really any reason, and there was no way to get off of it.
The new legislation addresses some of those frustrations, setting a statewide criteria for what places an officer on the list and gives the officer a heads up.
An officer has to be notified that they're being placed on the list. They can basically appeal and say, you know, this is why I think I should not be on the list. They go through that process. Ultimately, then the county attorney decides whether they're placed on the list or not.
Yeah, so just to recap, this bill now heading to Governor Reynolds' desk for her signature. It mandates that officers must be alerted if their name is going to be put on the list, sets criteria for what would place them on that list, and provides them the opportunity to appeal. But of course, this wasn't the only thing that passed yesterday. Also passing is a measure that eliminates sales tax on feminine hygiene products as well as child and adult diapers. Now, Senate File 2367 also eliminates state income tax on bonuses Governor Reynolds gave to police officers, teachers, child care workers, and correctional officers. And again, that measure, like the Brady-Giglio list, now heading to Governor Reynolds' desk for her signature. Live from the State House, Mary Sugden, Local 5 News. We are Iowa.
A lot to cover there, Mary. Thank you. Now, when it comes to the decision of if an officer will be placed on the list, leadership on both sides of the aisle tell Local 5 News they're hopeful this session will adjourn tomorrow. We'll be sure to continue to keep a close eye on any final measures that make their way through.